The director was escorting an antique vase belonging to the company, worth tens of millions of euros. She had clearly warned the workers to be extremely careful and not to scratch it under any circumstances. Yet she herself was absorbed in her phone. Distracted, she tripped over the carpet on the floor, lost her balance, and knocked over the vase beside her. Fortunately, a kind man rushed forward and caught the porcelain vase. It did not shatter, but a scratch still appeared on its surface. The director panicked instantly. Afraid she would have to bear a massive debt, she decided to shift all the blame onto the man, accusing him of suddenly rushing in and hitting the vase, even demanding that he compensate for the damage. What she did not know was that this man was actually the father of the company's chairwoman and the founder of the group. A colleague stepped in to defend him, saying he had seen with his own eyes that the man had rushed forward to protect the vase. But the director harshly scolded him. "Do you want to get fired?" Soon, the manager arrived. The director immediately put on a pitiful expression and began complaining to him. The manager wrapped his arms around her affectionately to comfort her. The very next second, he violently shoved the man. Another employee tried to explain that the man had acted out of kindness and did not deserve such treatment, but he was also silenced. The manager then used his authority to pressure the staff. At that moment, the man realized in shock that the manager was actually his daughter's boyfriend. He had come that day to evaluate his daughter's partner's character. But before he could reveal his identity, the manager called security. They grabbed the man and roughly manhandled him. Then the manager falsely accused him of stealing company property and tried to search him. At that moment, an intern stepped forward to defend him. "I saw everything. This lady slipped because she was busy on her phone. This gentleman rushed to save the antique." The director immediately changed her story, claiming the man had taken advantage of the situation to harass her, even accusing him of touching her leg. The manager approached the intern arrogantly and declared that in this company, his word was law, and he fired her on the spot. The other employees no longer dared to protest, which only made the manager more arrogant. He finally decided not to search the man, but instead to have him beaten until he confessed to being a thief. Meanwhile, the chairwoman had been waiting for her father in her office for a long time. When he did not arrive, she called him. The man was about to answer, but the manager snatched the phone from his hands and shouted, "And what is your daughter worth? Does she want to come get beaten with you?" He then smashed the phone on the ground. Unable to reach her father, the chairwoman felt something was wrong and realized he must have run into trouble. The manager, still unaware of the disaster he had caused, ordered his subordinates to take the man to a blind spot away from the surveillance cameras and beat him. But just as they were about to drag him away, someone noticed the jade pendant of the chairman hanging around his neck. The subordinates grew frightened. However, the manager tore off the pendant, insisting that something so cheap could not possibly belong to the chairman. At that point, the man decided to stop hiding the truth and declare that he was the former chairman of the group. The manager refused to believe him and even accused him of impersonation, ordering security to throw him out. But at that exact moment, the chairwoman, who was coming down the stairs, witnessed the entire scene.